Bulls Nation, today we had a game against the Memphis Grizzlies in the Summer League, and although it was an interesting game to say the least, the Chicago Bulls played unique, and the Chicago Bulls played, in my opinion, probably their better game outside of that 22-game comeback. We still managed to fall to the Memphis Grizzlies in today's game, but despite that, there was still a lot of positive things to take out of this game. There were still some very interesting players, and we did very well despite not having Patrick Williams and Devon Dotson playing in this game. Without further ado, let's talk about the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Chicago Bulls Summer League action in this video. Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? It's the Aidan Sports Show, and welcome back to another video. Today, we've got a Chicago Bulls related video referring to the Chicago Bulls Summer League game today, the third one of our season, I guess, and it did fall incredibly short, unfortunately, or the fourth one, I should say. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aidan Sports Show YouTube channel, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls game today against the Memphis Grizzlies. This game was a pretty close one, pretty entertaining to say the least. A lot of good offensive displays from both teams, and defensively it was pretty average, I would say, considering both teams scored within the 90s. This game was a 91-96 loss for the Chicago Bulls. The Memphis Grizzlies, in the end, in the fourth quarter, took over the game, and it indeed just did incredibly well in that fourth quarter, and we fell short because of that. With the Chicago Bulls, we didn't have Patrick Williams or Devon Dotson in this game. Those two players did sit out. I don't think we will see Patrick Williams again in the Summer League. For Devon Dotson, it was a game-time decision, and the Chicago Bulls decided that it was not worth playing him in today's game. Keeping him healthy, I guess, keeping him ready to go for the upcoming season. That is also to be expected. And Patrick Williams, again, I don't think we will see for the remainder of the Summer League, it looks like. But we'll wait and see. Of course, things can change. Maybe Patrick Williams will be playing in the next game. Who knows? We have another back-to-back, so we could very well see Patrick Williams, but I don't think so at this time. With the Chicago Bulls, this game was a little bit end-to-end. Again, offense was the talking point for today, and that was very, very interesting for us. We reduced our turnovers to 9 today, which is pretty solid in my opinion. We shot 40% from the field overall, pretty solid in my opinion. So these things are obviously good things to see. I believe our coaching staff may have been different, so that's something to take into consideration as well. I'm not sure if we had a new coach or not, but it definitely showed in the way that we played. We definitely played a lot better today, in my opinion. We allowed players like Marko and Ayo, obviously, the time and the belief to run the system for the Chicago Bulls. And both Ayo and Marko stepped up and had some terrific performances for us. You had players like Jalen Adams step up to the occasion. And again, just overall solid performances, in my opinion, from some of these players. And it was a very close, entertaining game. One of the more entertaining games of the Summer League for us, to say the least. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the player ratings of some of these players. First off, we're going to talk about Ayo Dosunmu. 26 points in today's game, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. He had 1 steal as well. He did have 2 turnovers, which again is not too bad. We only had 9 turnovers overall. This is what we wanted to see from Ayo Dosunmu. Again, I don't expect him to score 26 points every single night. That's to be expected. I don't expect anyone to score 26 points every single night in a Summer League game. However, it is very important to note that Ayo Dosunmu was struggling before this in terms of his shot selection, his actual ability to make shots, but he ran the system today. This was his team today, and we showed and we saw the best out of Ayo Dosunmu, which leads me to believe to many things that I noticed from him in today's game. One, he loves the transition game. He loves to run out onto the break. He loves to bring energy, and he loves to give 100% effort. So when he gets the ball or he steals the ball, he's already running. He's gone. He loves the transition game, and he's very effective at that. His defense is solid as well. He got 2 steals today. Pretty solid overall defensively. And when he's the one running the show, that's when he's the most comfortable. Again, He has the perfect ability to play the combo guard system, in my opinion. He's a perfect combo guard. And unfortunately, in those last previous games, Ayo wasn't really running the show for the Chicago Bulls. It was more Devon Dotson as the point guard, Ayo as the shooting guard. There was no diversity, no rotation in what both of those players could be. And you kind of saw a little bit of a underwhelming Ayo Dosunmu. Defensively, he was still there. Offensively, not so much. So this was a perfect game, in my opinion. And this game shows that this is his breakout game pretty much for us. This is his first game where we saw true potential from Ayo Dosunmu to be an effective scorer as well as a good defender, a good two-way player. And I'm very happy, and I'm glad that Ayo managed to have a game like this, and hopefully this is not the last game we'll see from him. And if he keeps up that performance, he will get game time on the Chicago Bulls in this upcoming season. And I'll be sure to make a video about that as the time comes. Marko Simonovic, 14 points in today's game. He had 6 rebounds, a lot better. 6 assists from Marko as well. 2 steals. No turnovers today. So this was by far his best game as well. Again, this was their team and they ran their system and they did very well in doing so. I'm very proud of Marko Simonovic today. By far his best game. Again, similar to Ayo, a breakout game in many ways. He made a lot of good attempts in the dunk territory, the paint production, took some mid-ranges as well. This was a great performance, in my opinion, from him. And if this is the level that he can keep coming off of this bench, I'm sure we'll be very satisfied with what Marko can bring to our team. Again, both Ayo and Marko have officially signed for the Chicago Bulls. They are Chicago Bulls players. Outside of the Summer League, they will be there in preseason. They will be there in the regular season. They'll be on the bench. They'll be watching the stars play. And hopefully they'll get involved as well. And this is the level that they need to bring. They need to bring this level of mentality, this level of status, and this ability to perform. And so far, in this game, they did very, very well. Hopefully, we still have one more game in the Summer League that we know of. Hopefully, they can continue that and remain consistent going forward in this Summer League period, win or lose for the Chicago Bulls. And Jalen Adams had a pretty solid game. Again, he was the point guard of this team. Like I said, Ayo and Jalen Adams rotated that position very nicely. Jalen Adams had 15 points in today's game. He had 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He had 3 turnovers. So again, turnovers was an issue for him today as well. But pretty solid stuff, in my opinion, from Jalen Adams again. And someone else that I really did want to mention as well was Simi Shitsu. Had a pretty solid game. He had 9 points in today's game. He had 10 rebounds, so again, close to a double-double for him. 2 assists, 2 steals, and he did have 2 turnovers as well. This was by far his best game. I remember that preseason game last year. We had a terrific time, and he did still get waived in the end. So unfortunate for him, but again, I feel like there is a team out there that could give Simi Shitsu a chance because he does bring some good defensive capabilities. But overall, that was the players and that was the team that we saw. Now, many people might not really care for this game, and I can understand why. You don't see Patrick Williams, who's obviously a great player for us and someone that we want to see every single night. We didn't see him. Devon Dotson, I believe, was a game time decision, as I said before, and we didn't see him either. So again, 2 stars out. Many people might have just thought this game was a write-off, but this was a very entertaining game, and the Memphis Grizzlies played very well as well. There is someone else I do want to mention. As we did see in this game, there was an injury to a Memphis Grizzly player in, I think his name is Sean McDermott. It seems like all McDermotts can shoot, and this guy definitely shot the lights out, I believe. And he did suffer a knee injury, and I'm not sure the severity of this knee injury. But again, a young player, someone that in the end has his whole career ahead of him. I'm not sure how old he is, but I do want to say, get well soon to Sean McDermott. It sucks that this happened, and this is the sport, ladies and gentlemen. These are things that unfortunately do happen to some players. Most players throughout the entirety of their career, they're going to have some injuries. So hopefully he can bounce back from this and become better than ever. And hopefully it's nothing serious. But if it is something serious, I hope he does well, and I hope he gets better, and I hope he can come back, Memphis Grizzlies, and I hope he does well. So that's all I can say on that situation. I don't know much about this guy, I'm going to be honest. Maybe Memphis Grizzlies fans, if you're watching this, can enlighten me on him. But yeah, I feel sorry for him, and hopefully he can get better soon. Hopefully he could do well. And that's it. Again, just pay my respects to players that do get injured. Devon Dotson has an injury as well, but I don't think it's a serious one. So again, get well to Devon Dotson soon. I'm going to end this video a little bit early. The things I want to see next for the Chicago Bulls in terms of their next game, I don't think we're going to make the finals of the Summer League. I think that's well and truly out of the question now. So the next game is, I believe, against the... Who is it against? I think it's against the Charlotte Hornets. LiAngelo Ball and that gang. So we're going to have a lot of players or a lot of fans rooting for LiAngelo. We're going to have a team here. I think this is probably going to be the game you see Lonzo Ball show up for the Chicago Bulls. What I want to see the progression of Marko and Ayo playing together. I want to see them have some solid chemistry going. And I want to see Ayo continue to be the leader of this team once Patrick Williams is not playing. Because again, when Ayo runs the show, that's when we seem to get the best out of him. His plus minus was 0, which means he was a guy that was doing it at an effective level, in my opinion. So he's someone that I really want to see continue to play and continue to step up. Same with Marko. His plus minus was plus 12. So I think he has the best plus minus on the team, which means every time he was on the court, this team was better. And he played 23 minutes today. So hopefully that we can continue to see that for Marko. And overall, I just want to see the consistency of our offense. In the last few games, outside of this one, obviously, our offense was struggling. We were always a transition team and a transition team alone. I saw progression in our offense today. I'm not sure if it's the new coaching system or the way that Ayo played compared to Devon Dotson. I don't really know the situation there, but we saw a lot of progression offensively than what we saw in the last few games. So I want to see the continuation of that. These are still young players that need to learn, and hopefully they can continue to progress, because that is what we want to see, especially the players that will be guaranteed Bulls next season. Hopefully they are the ones that can truly step up to the occasion. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, probably one to forget because you didn't see Patrick Williams and Devon Dotson. But if anyone that was watching, Bulls fanatics like myself, Marko was impressive, Ayo was impressive. I think this was a pretty impressive game for those two. And even though the loss does sting, as usual, losses never are good. Those two players played well, and we are looking forward to seeing what they can do going forward. Have a wonderful and safe day, Bulls Nation. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care.